Alabama won the 2016 National Championship with a Heisman Trophy winner, possibly the best wide receiver in college football, but I'm going to say it right now. I think most credit goes to that defensive front, and we could extend it to the front seven of that Alabama defense, best in college football. We bring in Stephen M. Smith of Touchdown Alabama to help us break down what we've got coming into 2016. Stephen M., boy, that defensive front was serious, one of the best we've seen in recent years in college football. But Jarran Reed, A'Shawn Robinson, gone. They'll be difficult to replace despite all the 5 stars and the 4 stars all over the place.
Very difficult to replace both guys. Jarran Reed and A'Shawn Robinson, 2 of the players that were on the leadership council where the team is concerned. 2 players that really did a great job stopping the run. A'Shawn Robinson, 46 tackles last year. Jarran Reed had 57 to lead all defensive linemen. Both guys powerful on the inside, creating those negative plays, and just freak athletes when it came down to shutting down the run game, and could occasionally attack the quarterback if needed.
Yeah, we really can't go by stats too much. Probably the defensive end position, it's a little bit more relevant. But inside, obviously, those guys are tying up blockers. They're making plays for other guys to clean it up. But 46 tackles for a D tackle is a big number. Also for A'Shawn, 7.5 tackles for loss and 3.5 sacks, as you well know. You know this team inside and out. And also Jarran Reed with 4.5 tackles for loss and a sack, chipped in with 57 tackles. That's a ton of tackles for the D-line position interior. So coming back, set us up at the tackle, interior, and also on the ends.
Well, at the tackle position, there is Dalvin Tomlinson, a senior, someone that really embodies what Nick Saban wants to do in affecting the quarterback and creating those negative plays. A lot of people, when you talk affecting the quarterback, they look at sacks, and yes, sacks are a big deal. They make the stat sheet look big, but what Saban intends for you to do is make it difficult for the quarterback to throw the football, press the pocket a bit, bat some balls down, chase him around, knock him off his spot. If you can sack him, great, more power to you. But it's more so of affecting the quarterback rather than just sacking him. And Dalvin Tomlinson, a fantastic job of that last year. He actually had 6 pass breakups, which led all defensive linemen. So Dalvin Tomlinson keying, getting those big paws in the air and batting the ball down. Also, Daron Payne, a young man from Shades Valley High School in Birmingham, former 5-star recruit. It was a toss-up between going to Alabama and going to Auburn for Payne last year. Chose Alabama. The 6'3", 319-pound sophomore now, had 13 tackles last year, a half tackle for loss. Had a great game against Georgia where he just commanded a double team on almost every play. He's gotten a lot stronger entering this season. This kid is running a 4.8 in the 40-yard dash. So you talk about speed to burn for a defensive tackle. And it's not just those two. Quinnen Williams and Raekwon Davis, 2 guys that Alabama recruited in the 2016 class, may not get much playing time, but what Saban is trying to do is build that depth with guys like A'Shawn Robinson, Jarran Reed, DJ Petway, and Darren Lake, all leaving, whether it's towards graduation or the NFL draft. When I look at the defensive end position, Jonathan Allen and Deshaun Hand both come back. Jonathan Allen, a young man that didn't play. Well, he played a lot, but he was very fresh last year because the focus was so much on A'Shawn Robinson and Jarran Reed. Jonathan Allen, 14.5 tackles for loss, 12 sacks to lead the team. Deshaun Hand on the opposite side at the other end position had 4 sacks last year, and a guy that started off very raw when he came in 2014 as a high-named recruit from the Virginia area. But Hand is somebody that's really come on strong, and those two, Allen and Hand, have a big chance of having a big year But that defensive tackle position, Mark, you look at Dalvin Tomlinson, Deron Payne, Quinnen Williams, also Raekwon Davis. What Saban's trying to do last year, he was able to get 2 and 3 deep. He's trying to get that same process this year.
Yeah, and definitely to reach the standard of play from last year is going to be difficult to do with the 2 losses, but I don't think there's much concern. You would expect the level of play to be maybe a smidge less, but still at a high standard.
It'll be a smidge less just due to the fact to the command that Robinson and Reed brought. These are 2 guys, Mark, that were not just 300-pound guys. They could dunk a basketball. Like, they could literally get up and dunk a basketball, and they had that demeanor about themselves that you respected. When Jaron Reed and Ashawn Robinson walked into a locker room, you knew what was going on. You knew what to expect. And if you got on their bad side, they chewed you out and they got you back in line. Jonathan Allen is his own type of leader. Deshaun Hand is his own type of leader. Reuben Foster is not Reggie Ragland, but he's his own type of leader. And when you go back to Nick Saban, each year it's a new team. It's reflecting on what you did in the year before, but hitting that reset button and focusing on what's this year's team's identity. How can we sustain success this season?
Size, speed, athleticism, agility, and then when you combine that with the coaching ability that this coaching staff has under Nick Saban to get the most out of these athletes, it equals devastation for the offensive side of the football, especially when we're talking about this positional group, and we saw it last year. All right, Stephen M. Smith from Touchdown. Let's break down that defense should be in college football in 2016. Stephen M., it's always a great breakdown. Appreciate you coming on.
No problem, Mark. Thank you.